I would like to think in 1 week's time, Thanet District Council will become the first council in Kent and probably one of the first councils in England to vote in favour of equal marriage. Hardly had the ink dried on our motion than Roger Gale, local MP for Thanet North, runs to the press with a statement saying that the people who support equal marriage are militant homosexuals. Roger Gale voted for Section 28, the legislation under Margaret Thatcher that stopped a balanced and good sex education in our schools. He voted against lesbian and gay adoption. He voted against the equalisation of the age of consent for gays. He's voted against regulations that would be brought into to the workplace to stop homophobic bullying. And now he's saying he's going to vote against equal marriage. So if anyone is a militant, if anybody's on a crusade, it's Roger Gale. What's good enough for men and women is good enough for men and women and women. It's a basic civil right. There's no point in having a halfway house. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at America in the 1960s, where there were separate dining facilities for black people, separate seats on the bus. We're looking at South Africa, where you couldn't have mixed marriages because it wasn't allowed interracial marriages. So we're saying that if you're going to have equality, it's got to be real equality, not tokenism, and that means it should be full civil marriage. Certain people, possibly or possibly not, associated with political parties in Thanet, have actually been using blog sites, Facebook and so on to stir up quite a lot of hatred and vitriol about the subject of equal marriage. And that came to a head at the end of last week with postings on one particular blog site in Thanet advocating that my colleague John here be hung for supporting equal marriage.
I had a chat with my local vicar the other day and assured him that I personally would defend the right of the church, the synagogue, the mosque, not to be involved with equal marriage if that's what they want. I don't think we really want to force anything on religion at all. You know, let them do their thing, and if people in the LGBT community want to get married, let them do their thing. I think at the end of the day it's about live and let live, isn't it?
As a young person living in the 21st century, I'm fortunate to live in a country that is well developed, peaceful and diverse. Yet, despite all the fine values enshrined in our society, it's a sad truth that my generation must still fight for the basic equal rights of a minority. Public policy must be reasonable and judicious. It must be fair. Not only can we not live in a society governed by nonsensical ideas, our free and democratic society itself couldn't function. And when irrational thinking or noxious prejudices such as racism, religious intolerance, sexism or homophobia begin to affect other people, the harm done to its victims can be catastrophic. As a young person who's grown up in a country that has proudly fought wars to protect our fundamental civil liberties from despotic oppressors and has developed equality laws over many decades, I do believe that Roger Gale has a right to express his prejudices against gay people, but I think it's unethical for him to use his platform as a Member of Parliament to persecute homosexuals by denying them the right to marry. Militant homosexuals? How many militant homosexuals are there exactly? I've never seen a headline that read "straight person stabbed in heterophobic attack." It's estimated that every 5 hours a gay, lesbian or bisexual person takes their life. And for one person who does succeed, another 20 attempt to. Because of the way we are treated by bullies, bigots, and all those who attempt to deny us of our legal and moral rights. I'm not some form of inferior human being. I'm not some type of lesser species. I'm no less than any heterosexual person. I'm 20 years old, and I have hope that one day I will live in a world where I'm free to marry the person I love in a society that is governed by reason and justice, not fear and prejudice. Nobody should be able to take that away from me. Love is a basic human right, and we are nothing without it.